If you have children, train them in the right ideals to help bring them back to God. Every one of you has a tremendous work to do. Convert others to God by your spiritual example. To help others find God is the highest gift you can give. So remember, God first. Start today, not tomorrow. If thy hand offend thee, cut it off. You need willpower and right guidance to succeed. Exercise your will guided by your guru's wisdom, and you will overcome all impediments in your path.
Dear friend, after hearing these sacred truths, you may now be wondering, how do I begin? You see, we live in a world where we are constantly taught to give things, gifts, advice, support, money. And yes, all of these can be beautiful gestures. But there's something far deeper, far more powerful, that we often overlook. A gift that requires no wrapping, no effort, and no words. And yet, it can change a life. It can heal a heart. It can uplift a soul. What if the highest gift you could ever give is your own peaceful presence? What if, instead of rushing to fix things on the outside, you began to cultivate silence, strength, and joy within yourself, so much so that just being around you makes others feel calmer, more hopeful, more alive? This is the timeless teaching of the great yogi Paramhansa Yogananda, that the greatest service, the deepest kindness, is when your soul becomes a lighthouse for others. No fanfare. No ego. Just your inner stillness silently guiding others home. So today, I invite you on a sacred journey to understand what it truly means to give. Not from the pocket. Not from the tongue. But from the soul. Because when you become peace, you give peace. When you become love, you give love. And when you become one with God, you give the highest gift this world has ever known. Let us walk this path together. We often associate giving with physical acts, offering money, food, gifts, or help. These gestures, while beautiful, are still rooted in the material plane. But dear friend, there is a higher form of giving that surpasses all these. It is the gift of your inner state, the gift of peace, calmness, joy, and divine presence. Paramhansa Yogananda beautifully reminds us, the greatest thing you can give to others is your own peace, your own joy, your own realization of God. This kind of giving doesn't require wealth nor recognition. It simply requires a sincere heart and a soul connected to something greater than itself. Imagine this: when you walk into a room, people feel calmer. When you sit in silence, others feel comforted. Even without saying a word, your vibration speaks, and it says, all is well. You are loved. This is what happens when you become inwardly still, centered in spirit. Yogananda taught that true giving flows from the soul, not the ego. It is not about how much you do for others, but what you are when you are with them. If you are filled with divine light, that light naturally spills into others without effort. Just like a candle lights other candles without losing its flame, a soul filled with God shares that flame by its very being. So let us shift our idea of generosity from doing to being. The world may need your help, yes. But what it needs more than anything is your peace, your kindness, and the calm strength that comes from knowing your true self. This, dear friend, is what true giving really means, and it is the beginning of becoming a blessing to the world. Dear friend, we live in a world that often measures love through things. A gift given, a meal shared, a loan offered, and while these acts are good and sometimes necessary, they are not lasting. Paramhansa Yogananda gently reminded us that material gifts, no matter how generous, are always temporary. They fade. They wear out. They bring momentary relief, but not lasting fulfillment. You can feed a hungry man for a day. But unless you feed his soul, he will hunger again. Real giving, Yogananda said, is not about how much you offer in the outer world, but how deeply you touch the inner world of another. That is why he taught that the highest gift is your own spiritual consciousness, because it nourishes in ways nothing else can. Think about it. A kind word may comfort someone for a moment. A gift may excite them for a day. But the peace of your presence, the calm energy of your soul, may linger in their heart for a lifetime. That is something no object can provide. Material things perish. But when you uplift someone's spirit, you are giving them a tool to live more fully, more joyfully, and more connected to their inner truth. You are showing them, even if silently, that there is something beyond survival, something divine. So while there is no harm in giving things, the deeper question is, can I give something eternal? Can I give something of the soul? This is the call of a true seeker, to look beyond form, and to give from essence. For it is only through inner transformation that lasting change is made. And that, beloved, is why material gifts, though noble, are not the highest gift we are here to give. Dear friend, have you ever been in the presence of someone who made you feel calm without saying a word? Someone whose very being seemed to radiate peace, love, and quiet strength? This is not imagination. This is the power of spiritual vibration, and it is one of the greatest forces in the universe. Paramhansa Yogananda often said that your vibration speaks louder than your voice. Long before your words reach someone's ears, the energy of your presence has already touched their heart. And the more you tune yourself to God, the more your presence becomes a silent blessing to others. You may wonder, how is this possible? When you meditate deeply, when you cultivate stillness, devotion, and inner joy, you begin to carry a magnetic spiritual field around you. This isn't some mystical fantasy. It's a natural law. Just like a fragrant flower attracts bees, a calm and awakened soul naturally attracts and uplifts others, not by effort, but simply by being. Yogananda taught that even a single individual, deeply centered in God, can bring healing energy to a restless world. This is the invisible service of saints, and it is a path open to you, too. Your thoughts, your breath, your inner silence, all create your energetic offering to the world. The more refined and divine that offering becomes, the more you uplift those around you. So remember this truth, you don't always have to do something to help others. Sometimes, the greatest help is just being fully present, anchored in love, in stillness, in God. Let your life be a silent prayer. Let your soul be a temple. And without even trying, you will become a living gift to all who meet you. Dear friend, we often try to help others through words, offering advice, encouragement, or comfort. But words, no matter how well-intentioned, can only do so much if they are not supported by the energy behind them. Paramhansa Yogananda lovingly reminded us, you cannot give what you do not have. If your own heart is restless, how can you offer peace? If your mind is clouded by judgment or worry, how can you give clarity or love to someone else? This is why your inner state is far more powerful than anything you say or do. People may forget your words, but they will remember how you made them feel. And what they feel comes from your vibration, your state of being, not from your speech. So if you truly want to help others, begin by helping yourself. Begin by becoming still. By going inward. Meditate. Pray. Reflect. Tune yourself to the divine presence that lives in the quiet space of your soul. When you do this sincerely, a deep peace begins to settle within you, a peace that no words can match. Then, when you speak, your words will carry truth. When you offer comfort, it will come from the heart. You won't have to try to inspire others, your presence will do it for you. This is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming authentic. Becoming real. Becoming silent enough within, so that God's love can shine through you effortlessly. The world doesn't need more noise, dear friend. It needs more silent depth. And that depth begins with your own soul. So cultivate your inner garden. Because the fruit it bears, peace, love, compassion, is the only nourishment that truly feeds the hearts of others. Dear friend, once you begin to find peace within yourself, a beautiful transformation begins. You no longer feel the need to fix the world, but instead, you feel moved to serve it with love. Not through effort or ego, but by simply being a channel for something greater than yourself. Paramhansa Yogananda often said, "Make your soul a garden of divine peace. And wherever you go, give that peace to others." This is the essence of spiritual service, not doing more, but being more. When your heart becomes pure, when your mind is calm, and when your life is centered in truth, you become like a river through which divine love flows. It is not your love that you give to others, it is God's love, passing through you. And because it is divine in origin, it heals, uplifts, and awakens those around you in ways the intellect cannot understand. You don't need grand platforms or dramatic gestures. Even a quiet smile, a soft gaze, or silent prayer for someone's well-being becomes a profound act of giving when your heart is aligned with the divine. Yogananda often reminded his disciples, "You are not the doer. God is the doer." So let go of trying to save everyone, and instead focus on allowing God to work through you. You are here not to carry the burden of the world, but to radiate light into it. Let your every breath, every thought, and every moment become an offering. Be empty of self and full of spirit. In that surrender, you become a living blessing, a channel through which the highest gift flows effortlessly. And in that state, dear soul, you are already doing the greatest work you can ever do. Dear friend, when you begin to give from your soul, not from obligation, not from ego, but from a place of inner fullness, something remarkable begins to unfold, both within and around you. Paramhansa Yogananda taught that when you radiate peace, joy, and divine love, you not only uplift others, you uplift yourself. The universe responds in kind. The more you give spiritually, the more you are filled. The more you share divine light, the more that light shines within you. This is one of the great spiritual paradoxes. You never lose by giving from the soul, you expand. You'll notice how people begin to open up around you. Strangers may feel comforted in your presence. Loved ones may feel more understood, even when no words are spoken. Even the energy of a room shifts, because you carry something subtle, something divine. But the greatest change happens silently, within. Your own heart begins to glow with gratitude. You feel more connected to God, more content, more whole. Because to give the highest gift is to live from your true nature, and that nature is divine. Over time, your life becomes a quiet blessing to the world. Not because you did something great, but because you became transparent to the light. You let God's love flow through you, and in doing so, you fulfilled your soul's highest purpose. And so, dear seeker, remember this. The highest gift is not a possession, it is a presence. Not a doing, but a being. Not a message, but a silent transmission of divine love. When you give this gift, you help heal the world, and find God within yourself. Dear friend, as we come to the end of this journey together, I invite you to pause and reflect deeply. You now know that the highest gift is not wrapped in paper, nor spoken through polished words. It is something much more sacred, your inner peace, your calm presence, your awakened soul. When you live in tune with your higher self, you naturally become a blessing to this world, not by what you do, but by who you are. And so I lovingly ask you, what energy are you carrying into the world today? What vibration are you sharing with those around you? Take a moment to sit in stillness and feel the quiet presence of the divine within you. That presence is the true gift, not just for others, but for yourself. Let it guide your actions, your thoughts, and your relationships. Let it be the fragrance that follows you wherever you go. If this message touched your heart, I encourage you to share it with someone who needs a little peace today. And I'd be truly grateful if you could leave a comment below. What was the most beautiful insight you received from this video? Or perhaps, how do you personally try to give from your soul? Your reflections may uplift another seeker, just as your presence in this space uplifts me. And if you'd like to continue exploring these sacred teachings, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join this growing circle of light. Until we meet again, stay rooted in stillness, walk in truth, and offer your life as a silent prayer to the divine. Jai Guru Dev. Person with folded hands.